Yo, what's up, Breaker fans? This is Raphael from C Manga, and I'm here to give you a review of the Breaker New Wave chapter 129. Now, this week's chapter was just as good as last week. The only advantage last week's chapter had on this one was more pages, but that doesn't mean anything because this chapter was really, really good with the dialogue again. The characters really felt 3D alive in this one rather than they had a lot of more emotion in this than we saw in the chapters before last week, before it went on, the month break. It was really tense as well. The atmosphere, it was hostile mostly towards John Lei-Won, even though that arsehole deserved it, but it was really good. Also, a few things that me and some of you guys commenting here had come true. Like, I was pleased with how what they did with Ju San-sik's character. It really, I say cleared up this chapter quite well for him. It rounded his character up quite nicely. But yeah, I'll just give you a good idea of what happened. So yeah, Shi-Woon is awake. Everyone's shocked. Jin-Lee was like trying to tell them that he's awake and he shouldn't be awake before after all that crap that happened to him with the 1,000 needle restriction. And we see what I definitely was hoping was going to happen. Ju San-sik performed basic first aid on Shi-Woo, and then he said, yeah, this is all I can do for him. So that was good to see that even after all that, he did, heal him. Jong Lei-Won now, like the little snaky guy he is, he tries to play off the whole situation as them being concerned for Shi-Woo. And then he's trying to appeal to Elder Kwang, and then he's like saying, he's saying the whole thing was that they got him out of, the fight at the school, the explosion, trying to convince the police to let him go. And then they said when they got him there, it was like he kind of went wild and disagreed with everything they were trying to explain to him, which was obviously complete bull. And Elder Kwang was like, why didn't you inform the Sunwoo clan and then ask for their permission? And they was like, oh, there wasn't enough time and things like that. And then this is what was great because what was it? Ju San-sik was like, oh, this boy is clever, older Jong Lei-Won. But what was it? Shi-Woon woke up now, and everyone was shocked because they were like, how can he be woken up even under the the overhaul rebirth? He should still be quite unconscious. And this is when John Lei-Won starts to crap himself because he's like, oh crap. And Shi-Woon's like demanding, what did you just say just now? It's like, tell me what you told me the first time, tell everyone. And it's like, and he keeps demanding him. And then Jong Lei-Won's like, as I said, trying to play it down, oh, Shi-Woon's not in his right of mind. And this is what I enjoyed, was Elder Kwon backed him up, gave him the support and said, did you not hear the guide you? It's like, tell him what he wants to know now, or do you want to die? And then Shi-Woon continues on with, I can say it instead, if you don't want to say it, or have you forgotten, I'll say it. And then that's when he goes to the floor now, collapsing. He's like, he begs for forgiveness because he's looked around and seen he's completely outnumbered by the Sunwoo clan. And then he says, he's just begging for forgiveness. And Shi-Woon walks past him and he's like, if you ever insult the Sunwoo clan again today, another day like this won't happen. It will not end like this the next time you do that. So yeah, that was brilliant seeing him do that. It was like basically saying, don't, just because I'm a kid and the Sunwoo isn't as powerful, don't look on us lightly and don't insult us again. So John, as he sees him walk off, he's like, oh, I can't pick and choose my methods. He's like, that should have been the moment to do what he was meant to do. And he can't leave a dangerous element alive, or the Mirim will be ruined. So it's basically saying Shi-Woon is a threat to the Mirim world because of his what he possesses in it as a character and his technique and everything, all the kind of influence he might cause or is already causing. So yeah, everyone's all packed up and left now, and Ju San-sik tells Elder Kwon that Shi-Woon's physical nature was the third pulse, and he said it's really strong, and he said that's why the 1,000 needle restriction didn't work. All the way up to that technique, it still was no effect because of the third pulse. They saying it happens, the overhaul rebirth becomes more frequent with that pulse, and that's what makes it so strong. And yeah, Elder Kwon's now concerned. He says if the Mirim was to know about this, similar rumors to what happened to So-Chun might spread out, and that led her to going into exile. So he's worried about Shi-Woon's his situation going, viral. But Ju-San-Sik, he says, they won't happen because I have no memory of it, and he's pretty much said, I'm not going to say anything. And Elder Kwan's confused, like, why would you do that for us? And then he's like, well, I already feel guilty for what happened. Don't you think once was enough? And he's referencing to what it was his fault that Sosa went because of him broadcasting her nature. So he even goes to say sorry, he apologizes, that I'm sorry for what happened to your lady, and I regret it. And that was really good. I was really hoping Elder Ju-Sen-Sik would redeem himself and not be seen as what we've seen as some like sneaky kind of devious character. He's very sorry for what he done, and he is honourable, so that was good to see. Elder Kwan though, he was a bit bad, man. He said, that kind of apology won't be accepted, and that kind of upset Ju-San-Sik, but he takes it back and he said, but as elder of the Sunwoo clan, I thank you, physician of Hogan. And he says, I thank you for your kindness. They're obviously still rivals, or most likely not in good agreements. There's bad blood between them, but they left on mutual terms, and as I said, Ju-San-Sik apologized and Elder Kwan accepting it. So the final part, which I said pretty much rounded it up for Ju-San-Sik's character, was he says, make sure to raise Shi-Woon well, and Tom Atkin got it right. Shi-Woon is definitely going to be learning under Elder Kwan's guidance, and he says he wishes all the best for the clan and all goodness to come forth to it. So I really like this chapter. It pretty much rounded up and finished off this fight. Everything was confirmed of like predictions he made, like who's going to be training Shi-Woon, which is Elder Kwan. I was hoping that Ju-San-Sik would, redeem his character, which happened. It was good to see him, still be honourable in the Mirim ways, not like John Lewon, that creep. So that was good. And as I said, I'm really impressed with Shi-Woon's character. He's really strong. It's like, even in that state, he's, defending the Sunwoo clan to as far as he can possibly go with it. So it's really good to see. What else? That's really what I can say. I'm enjoying these latest chapters of the Breaker. All the dialogue and confrontation between people is really lifelike and real, and I'm enjoying it. And the plot is moving along nicely, and it's giving us good foreshadowing on what's to come. So I'm guessing, like I said last week, the Breaker New Ways will be ending soon. We'll probably see a few more training chapters or something. Like, Shi-Woon just like becoming more of a gaiju and basically manning up a bit more and learning his role in the worlds in the Mirim world, strengthening himself up in all ways possible. And that's about it. It's really good to see. And I can't wait to see what they're going to show us before part 3 begins. So that's what I can say for this chapter. What do you guys think? Did you enjoy this chapter? What do you think will happen next? And leave any comments you can think of. Also, if you enjoyed the chapter and the video, leave us a like because it helps us out, and also subscribe for more content in the channel, and I'll speak to you guys in the next chapter.